Hello, it's Nikki, and today I am sharing a video which is very near and dear to my heart because we're going to be talking about dreaming and actually getting what it is you want to be, do, have, and feel. And this is very much going to be from a practical place. This is not just a nice to have or, oh, it would be lovely, or I'm not doing anything else, so why not? This is about being really intentional about your life and your business and showing up for it. Because, spoiler alert, and I guess this is a little bonus first and foremost, is that nobody cares about it as much as you do. And so I talk about this with my clients all the time, but I talk about it with myself as well. If the evidence is there that nobody cares about it as much as you do, how are you going to care for it? And what does that mean to you? And also, before we get started, there are times where naturally you can't give as much time, effort, money, resources, energy to that thing. So I often talk about those moments, and I've certainly had lots on here over the last nearly 9 years, where there have definitely been times where I've had to ease off and just be where I'm at. So whether that was when my children were born or when I was really ill in my pregnancy, there were those times rather were about doing the bare minimum and just getting through and doing the things necessary to meet the commitments that I had. But then there are other times, and this is maybe you, where you know it is time to go up a gear. And I say this very clearly because I want you to hear it. That Mel Robbins comment of nobody's coming for you, it's all down to you, is so, so true. And I am determined to help as many people as I can to make it happen, whatever that looks like for them. Because especially with International Women's Day and so many conversations around that, I feel that for so many of us, there are so many dreams of ours that have maybe been boxed away and put on a shelf sometimes. Sometimes they're in our peripheral vision, but sometimes they've been put on a shelf in a cupboard, in a locked cupboard, and we can't access them. We can't connect with them anymore. And maybe we are doubting whether or not those dreams are still there. So I want to give you 3 things today to help you move into action, to help you move closer to what it is that you want to be, do, have, and feel. And as always, if I can help you with this, I absolutely will. I give you a 360 perspective. So you may come to me with one thing, like I really need to, clarify my offerings. But I'm always going to measure it against all the other things that you say that you want to be, do, and have, because I could give you marketing techniques of, oh, it's just this, or add this kind of pricing to it. But it has to feel in integrity. It has to feel in alignment. So here's the first one. Get really, really clear. And when I say get clear, I mean go into so much detail that you come to a point where you just go, no, that's it. That's it. I think that's what it is. You get so connected to what it is that you want. It's so easy to say sometimes, because also this is the easier option. If you write things like, yeah, I just like to make a bit more money, or I just like to spend a bit more time doing what I love, or you might have a word for the year of like, this year is all about fun. What do you mean? Go into clues. So if you were kind of putting things out there of things that you want to do, make it really clear, because also we have been in the opposite position where we've said, oh, I don't mind, or you choose, or whatever suits you, or you know what I like. And then maybe you've ended up with a present or a gift or experience or a conversation. And then you might have that moment of, but I didn't mean this. This is not quite the thing that I want. So I urge you today to do this work and getting really clear. And if you say things like, I just want more of this thing, how much more? Go into the specifics. Really go into the whole sensory overload of this experience and see what comes up. The second thing, I want you to notice what mode you are in. Are you in wait mode? Are you in pause mode? Are you in can't make up my mind mode? Are you in, oh, I'm not sure because it feels a bit hard? Are you in indecision mode? What is going on for you? And I want you to bring so much attention to this, because the only way that you are going to get what it is that you want to be, do, have, and feel, this is not about the right opportunity coming at the right time. This is about mastering your own way of doing things so you are ready for that opportunity. And yes, that opportunity may not come for another year, but when it does come, you will be absolutely ready for it. So however tempting it is to sit back, hope for the best, wait, see what happens, cross your fingers, actually now is the time, instead of all of those modes, for action. For action. Putting your money where your mouth is, maybe. Bringing your action and your word this close. Sending an email. Making a decision. Drawing a line in the sand. Whatever it is that puts you into that state of let's go. Because I know that so often, given life and given everything that we're hearing all the time, it's almost like it feels hard before we've started. So therefore, we go into that place of like, well, maybe I won't like it, or maybe I don't want it, and maybe today is not the right day, and maybe next week I should do it. But if we then go back to the dream, the thing that you want to be, do, and have and feel, you have to stand up for it. And so sometimes that means, even though you're tempted to be in wait mode and go, I don't know, we'll just see what happens, your dream wants you to go into action mode, because actually the quicker that you get into this action mode, the quicker things will happen. I also know that I don't like waiting in my life. It's not something I enjoy. I like to be purposeful. I like to be able to drive things forward. I like to be proactive. And I also notice that when I do that in easy situations, I can reply to that email so quickly. I can tick it off my list. I can put another wash on. So easy. But what are the things that are actually going to move me forward? I have to be so clear on this. Number 3, look for evidence that it is possible. This is difficult sometimes because what you want, you may not know anybody. You might be the first in your family. The unique blend of what it is might be a little bit different or unusual. And so I want you to look at 2 things. I want you to look for evidence of people who have done hard things and found a way. But I also want you to look at your own process, your own life. Where have you stepped things up? When have you had that moment where you're like, I made a change there. How did I do it? What gear did I have to step into? How did I change my behavior? How did I do it anyway, even though everything about me wanted to be in all those other modes of wait mode, indecision, etc., and get into a let's go mode? I can give you that too. If you would like to work one-on-one, I am open for strategy sessions. I'm open for monthly moves and working together for 100 days. So many of you are talking about these things again and again and again, and it's time for some action. And I'm saying this really purposefully because sometimes you just need to hear that. I know I've been drying my hair and watching something on subtitles, and I've had that moment of I'm not doing enough, or I'm not in that gear, in that lane. I need to do that. And so I'm speaking really firmly today, but if this has sparked something in you, it's time to make some moves, because it's the other stuff, it's not coming. You have to go and meet it halfway and show up for it and say it's important to you. I would love to hear more. Send me a message. Let's set something up and let's get the ball rolling. It's March already, so let's do this.